Gentlemen, I'm Aleksandra the founder and matchmaker of Adam and Eva Matchmaking Club. Here I share with you my experience of 25 years of successful international matchmaker. My matchmaking club is not for everyone, as you know, but I want to share my knowledge with you because it helped thousands of men seeking beautiful wife from Ukraine, Russia, Belarus. This particular video is for gentlemen who are successful and want to become even more successful after they get married to a beautiful Ukrainian woman or a woman from Russia, Belarus, and for men who definitely do not want to become less successful as an outcome of your marriage. What do you think I want to discuss in this video? How your wife directly impacts your financial well-being. The question is if the impact is positive, so you grow your worth, or the opposite. Financial background of your parents' family directly impacts your future family well-being. We have a saying in Slavic part of the world regarding this subject. The night cuckoo will outcry everyone. Yes, she heavily impacts every sphere of your life and your finances and wealth. Overall, the problem is this. Ukraine, Russia, Belarus always were not a rich country, and you know this. Soviet Union, no legal business. People could not earn money by making business. So people who were wealthy in Soviet Union were not legally wealthy, because they were corrupted politicians who were not socially approved and they were not tolerated. So the total atmosphere of in the society when it comes to wealthy people was miserable. Rich those days means bad, corrupted, theft, you name it. It started, guys, with the revolution 1917, and it lasted for 80 years. Several generations were raised in this strange paradigm. People who were working hard and were poor, they were socially approved, they were good. Thus, the majority of people in our part of the world was raised with such imprinted values in their mind. By the way, we have pretty much a like situation for women in other Eastern European countries, where the most beautiful women on the planet live. Those of you who are from the United States, you know where the wife of your current president is from, right? So, very often, my wealthy customers, whom I matched with a beautiful and good girl, in a couple of months of living married, happy life, get back to me to talk. Some smartest men even manage to see strange things even before the financial visa is off, before they are married. They notice their beloved from Ukraine may have strained relationships with the money. If you know what I talk about. Those of you whose brains are on now, as you are watching this video, you may think in advance, if this is fair for your woman, this will be fair for your future children. But before you have children, it creates tension in your relationships. Women may not themselves be involved, but it can appear that their relatives are involved in different unfavorable financial schemes and scenarios. Despite the attitude to borrowing money in our part of the world is brightly negative, guys, because we only have got banks who give people money for an interest rate. Just 30 years ago, 35 years ago, these women may have relatives who are paying off some debts, which origin was absolutely not about business but personal means. Overall, it tells that people in our part of the world are not very financially educated, especially people over 30. Western men often underestimate the risks associated with their partner's financial illiteracy, especially when it comes to marriages with women from Slavic countries. Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, Moldova, Kazakhstan, where the level of financial culture is predictably lower or differ greatly from Western standards. Here is how it can manifest itself. Be attentive. For the future of your family, be attentive. Possible risks and consequences you may face. First thing I would say, impulsive spending habits. A woman may not know how to plan a budget, spend more than the family earns. Passion for loans, purchases for status, expensive clothing, gadgets, interior design, so as not to look worse than friends. The risk here is constant debts, pressure on the overall budget of your family, guys. Problem number 2, lack of understanding of the value of the money in long term. No habit of investing, saving, or insuring. Money is perceived as something that must be spent today. Risk. A man loses savings. There is no safety cushion. It is difficult to make plans for the future. It will be your problem. Listen. Problem number 3. Because you are a man. Problem number 3. Influence of relatives. Women from Ukraine, Soviet space in general, may have a strong focus on helping the family. I told about that in previous video. They may actively spend money to parents, brothers, sisters, sometimes even without the husband's consent. Be careful. Risk. The family's financial resources go beyond its borders. Problem number 4. Lack of experience in expensive financial system in Ukraine. There is no such mass culture of managing loans, mortgages, pension savings as you have in the West. A woman may not understand that a late loan is equal to a bad credit history for years. Risk. A blow to the family's reputation in banks and financial institutions. Think about that. You're a man. Problem number 5, misunderstanding of legal consequences. Interesting. May not know that in marriage expenses, loans, and property often becomes common obligations. She may sign documents without delving into terms. You obviously see the risk. The husband, you, is responsible for other people's mistakes. Problem number 6, financial dependence. A woman who does not know how to manage money or earn money is completely dependent on your husband, on your income. In crisis situation, everybody can get sick, divorce, loss of your husband's job. She will not be able to support the family. Risk. The entire burden is always on the man, you. How a Western man can protect himself? Discuss financial rules before marriage. What is general and what is personal. Limit access to large amounts, until she trusts and understands her money management style. Another advice: financial education, courses, books, joint budget planning, or gradual involvement in the Western system, insurance, pension funds, investments, or marriage contract, as we discussed in previous videos. Spell out the terms of property and debts. In practice, a Western man you, my dear, may suffer not because his wife is bad, but because financial habit and culture are very different. For some, spending your entire salary is normal, but for others, it's unacceptable, it's a disaster. Overall, over 90% of people I matched had painful experience in Slavic dating before you guys come to me, so I do know it may be difficult for you to find a serious woman for marriage from Ukraine who is, in addition, beautiful, smart, sexy, and loyal. It is normally not an easy thing to do. If you watch my videos, if you listen attentively and share my values, and if you think you are ready for serious relationships, you may apply. Contact us personally by messengers. I will personally review your application to see if there is a fit. But remember, we do not invite everyone. Please understand this as it is. People do not come to me by chance or just because they paid the money. They get here. Gentlemen, do share your experience in the comments below this video. Help other men who watch this video to raise awareness in this sensitive subject, as money always was and will be. And listen, God wants you to find love and get married. Date smart. I love you.